even at 54. Magic Johnson with 20 points in the first half, and the Lakers without Abdul-Jabbar have tied the Sixers at 2:40 on the layup by Brad Holland.
Right now, the last 3 or 4 minutes, the 76ers have had very bad shot selection.
Cheeks got it inside that time, missed it. He had the right selection that time. Lakers close the door on defense in a hurry. Here's Cooper. Lakers can go ahead. Loses it, but right to Wilkes. Wilkes will use the screen from Cooper. Often it's taken down by the Doc.
There's a foul. Cooper away from the ball as Julius Erving came off that double screen, and he got bumped hard on the play. I think they would go more to Julius here. They've been away from him for a few plays.
That's part of the shot selection I was talking about, Rod. They're not looking to get the best shooters the shot.
Get the ball to the man that got you here, right?
Into Dawkins, who sent it back to Hollins. They go back to Darrell.
That one will count, and he's fouled.
Now that's a good way to get it in. Now what Darrell Dawkins did then to get that shot was very smart. Gets the ball in, pass it back out, and get the position again. Now he's got better position right there. That's how he get inside. Because what he did was when he passed it out, that makes the defense has to react to that. And they can't double team him as well when you pass it in and out. And he shot a brick up there then, boy. I tell you. Good thing they painted these rims lately.
Nixon over to the left. Here's Holland. Brad comes in, and Lionel Hollins fouled him.
For a man that is seldom used, Brad comes right in and plays with confidence, Brent. That was a good move. Nice head and shoulder fake. Protected the ball well to draw the foul. He's obviously going to be used, I would think, quite a bit in this game. You'll see more of him again in the second half.
Particularly if Norm Nixon's shooting slump continues in this game with Henry Bibby returning. So it'll be an old Bruin against a young Bruin.
Start your own
Here's
league
the
with
young
Bruins.
ones.
That's what you call a shooter's bounce, right? The good shooters that bounce around 8 times to go in, and the average shooter bounce around 8 times and go out. I know.
Tied again as a result of Holland. He's tied it with a field goal, and he's tied it with 2 free throws, and we got 135 and coming down. Julius goes into Dawkins again against Landsberger. Hands all over it on the steal. It's Brad Holland coming out on the dribble. Holland, but Bobby Jones hustled into the passing lane. He wanted Nixon. Lead Dawkins alone. Magic will give it to him.
Holy mackerel. That ball bounded down, and somebody in the hitter would have gone almost to the ceiling.
I think he meant to dunk that.
Look at this. Now you talk about with authority. Watch him rattle the backboard with that one. Take that. Oh. The last time down, he put the ball on the floor, and the guards had a chance to knock it away from him, or he would have had himself another dunk. But that time he made up for it.
Nixon dishes Wilkes on the turnover. It's Bibby from behind his back. Lead for and Magic got into the lane. Intercepted beautifully. It was intended for Irving. Inside of a minute, the Lakers down by 2. They could tie it.
I noticed a lot of times on fast breaks the interceptions have been made because not only was the pass made, but the wrong kind of pass.
Holland has tied it for the 3rd time since coming off the bench. 2 field goals and 2 free throws.
Bibby got shaken up on a play where it fell down to the floor, and that left Brad wide open.
Dawkins turns around on Landsberger, and the Sixers lead it as Dawkins and Holland start to exchange field goals. 22 seconds.
They should look for the last shot here. You got 17 on the clock against 19 on the game clock. 4-2. Run it to 10 where it's at now, and they should go to work.
Magic running in, drew the foul on Julius. And that's 3 on the Doctor.
They cleared it out on that right side. Let him go one-on-one. Had a good leaning move by Magic to draw the foul. I think they'll get Julius out of there with only 7 seconds left. They'll bring in Steve Mix. Jones for Brad Holland. Brad did his job, no question. Did very well.
Sure did. He scored 6 points. 2 field goals and 2 free throws, and tied the score for him 3 times. Now Magic's got him to within a point. 7 seconds first half. Deadlocked again. Cheeks forces the issue on the turnover. 2 seconds. Johnson fires. Almost in.
What a
Magic Johnson almost gave us a little Houdini at the buzzer.
little hook shot from backcourt. Look at this.
I mean, Jerry,
give you an idea how strong he is. That'll give you an idea how the strength he has.
Now that would have counted. That's a sky hook if I've ever seen one.
Pull a rabbit out of the hat. Back at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Let's go to Rick Barry now to analyze the first half. Rick?
Thank you very much, Brent. Basketball, like most sports, is a game that requires execution. And usually the team that wins is a team that makes the fewest mistakes. Tonight, during the halftime, we're going to take a look at some of the mistakes and the good plays made by both teams. Both Philadelphia and Los Angeles, I thought, played very well early in the ball game. Here we see Los Angeles going into the basket. Darryl Dawkins to try and get Philadelphia off. They weren't shooting the ball well, but they were playing good defense. It was plays like that that enabled them to get back into this ball game as LA used their speed early in the ball game. Maurice Cheeks taking it all the way into the basket on this particular play. Now we'll see where the Lakers were hurting early in this ball game and throughout the first half. The absence of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar right there. No defensive players on the Lakers watching the basketball. They lost sight of it. Holland's able to take it all the way to the basket on an easy play. Again, we'll see the missing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as a good give-and-go play by Julius Erving takes it to the hole. Nobody contesting him on that particular shot. Then we'll see how the Lakers manage to stay in this ball game in the first half and come out with a tie. Julius scored. They get the ball in quickly to Cooper. Cooper spots Jamaal Wilkes under the basket, and there's 2 points. The Lakers did that all during the first half, getting the easy baskets. Dawkins now posting up inside. Watch the good defense by the Lakers. They fall in to help him. Darryl now gets the basketball and takes a turn-away jump shot. They like to see him doing that. They don't want him going to the basket. Now look at the good position. Landsberger boxing out. Magic Johnson boxing out Jones. The Lakers dominating the boards inside, not getting the second shots for Philadelphia because they played that good defense. Now another good play by Philadelphia. Here's the ball passed around on the court. There goes Julius Erving. He ran his man. Jamaal Wilkes off of the screen, gets the open pass for an easy 2. Again, the absence of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Good pass inside to Johnson. Good defense by Mix. Julius over to block the shot. It was defense like this that kept Philadelphia in the basketball game. However, they were very bad on the transition. This time offensively, they were able to get one of the few breaks that they saw all evening, and it was Hollins taking it into the basket. And if there was one thing, Bill Russell, that I thought kept Los Angeles in the game, as I mentioned, it was the fact that they got the ball up the floor quickly and exploited that quickness that you mentioned early in the ball game with their lineup.
Yes, they really took advantage of the fact that Philadelphia is used to a team that is not playing as quick as because they've gotten used to playing against the Laker team that Kareem comes up slow most of the time. And so if they don't adjust to that, the Lakers is going to have to make it a long evening for them.
I thought that Steve Mix was instrumental in keeping Philadelphia in this ball game. When they were in trouble, he came off the bench. He was a big factor.
Well, he did an excellent job. I think that what Philadelphia is going to have to do is have a better shot selection. They're getting good shots, but they got the wrong people shooting them from the wrong positions. Now, for example, they got Darryl Dawkins shooting the fadeaway jumper and things like that when they should get it inside, and they're not using cutters enough so they can get the ball inside and exploit an obvious weakness that the Lakers have in that they have nobody that can block shots in there now.
If you were in right now with the Lakers in the locker room, what would you tell that team they have to do to win this game coming out in the second half being tied?
I tell them you got to run these guys. You got to flood the boards, get every rebound, make sure they only get one shot, and run them and make them play defense. They don't want to run because the Lakers have a quicker team tonight.
Do you think that the bench will be the determining factor in this ball game? The Los Angeles bench, they've gotten good play from Landsberger. Brad, of course, came in and did a nice job for him. But do you think that the benches will tell the difference?
It depends on how they have to use the bench. If it's because of foul trouble, then it might hurt the Lakers a little too much. But if just because of fatigue, then the benches will be about even. So far, I was surprised that Landsberger did a better job for the Lakers than I thought than Bobby Jones did for the 76ers. And most of the season, we could have said been just the opposite.
Well, there's no question about that. Perhaps Mark Landsberger will have to take a few less shots and concentrate on the boards. But let's go back to Brent Musburger now for more of the halftime activities.